Now we're going to solve three-step equations that have variables on both sides. So begin always by drawing the wall. And we start at the top of our foldable. Do we have any grouping symbols? No, we don't have any parentheses, brackets, braces, nor fraction bars. Step 2, do we have any like terms on the same side that can be combined? We can't combine 3x minus 5, so nothing on the left. We look at the right, we can't combine 2x minus 3. Step 3 on your foldable says, do you have variables on both sides? Yes. So if you look at step 3, if you raise it up, it tells you if you have variables on both sides to move the one with the smaller x value or the smaller variable. So we compare 3x and 2x is smaller, so let's move that one. It's always best that you move the smaller one so that you don't have to deal with so many negatives. It just helps with the numbers, and that's really why. So let's look at what happens here. We have 3x minus 2x. So 3 minus 2, 3 x's, take away 2 x's. That leaves us with 1x. We just write as x. I have to bring down this minus 5 because I haven't done anything with it yet. On this side are 2x minus 2x. That canceled. And I need to bring down my negative 3. Now it's just a one step, super easy. I'm going to move this minus 5 by adding 5. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So plus 5. Those cancel out and leave us with x equals negative 3 plus 5 is 2. Not so bad. So let's check it. We're going to fill in the 2 everywhere we see an x, and then we're going to use our calculator to help us to see if this problem is correct or not. So basically, this is just how you check it to make sure that you got the right answer. So 3 times 2 minus 5, that's what will be on the left side, and on the right, we'll have 2 times 2 minus 3. So let's just work the left. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 5 is 1. On the right side, 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 minus 3 is 1. And 1 does equal 1, so we got it right. All right, so let's do another one. Example number 4. We're always going to begin by drawing the wall. Do we have any grouping symbols? No. Do we have any like terms on the same side that we can combine? We can't combine 2x plus 3, and we can't combine 4x minus 1. So no, there's nothing on the same side that can be combined. Do we have variables on both sides? Yes, we have 2x on the left and we have 4x on the right. So variables on both sides. So we're always going to move the smaller one. So we're going to compare 2x and 4x. 2x is smaller, so we're going to start by moving it by doing the inverse, which is subtract 2x. And what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So 2x minus 2x cancels. I'm left with a positive 3 on the left, so you must bring it down. We have 4x minus 2x. That leaves us with 2x. I need to bring down my minus 1, and I'm finished there. All right. The next step is to look at your foldable. It says, do we have constants on both sides? Yes, we do. Move the one on the side with the variable. So we're going to move this minus 1 by adding 1. And we're going to add 1. So we get 4 equals 2x. The negative 1 and positive 1 cancel, so we're just left with 2x. Last step, divide by 2 on both sides. And we're left with 4 divided by 2 is 2. So x equals 2. All right, when we check it, we're going to plug in 2 for x on both sides. So we're going to get 2 times 2 plus 3 on the left. On the right side, 4 times 2 plus, not plus. Let me fix that. Minus 1. There we go. So let's work the left. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. Let's work the right. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 1 is also 7. So checks out. We got the same answer on both sides. All right, now it's your turn to try C and D by yourself. Pause the video, and when you are finished, go ahead and press play. All right, I'm going to start going over it. Draw the wall. Do we have any grouping symbols? No. Do we have any like terms on the same side that can be combined? Nothing on the left, nothing on the right. Do we have variables on the same side, on both sides? Yes. So now we want to compare so we can move the smaller one. On the left, we have a negative 2x. Make sure you remember that the sign in front goes with it. So this one's a negative 2x, and on the right, we just have an x. So which is less, a negative 2x or an x? The negative is always less. So you're going to do the inverse, which is plus 2x. Now, if you didn't move the smaller one, you may have still gotten the answer right. It just, again, it'll cause you to have a lot of negatives and signs to deal with. So you can still get the answer right by moving the different one than I do. But if you're consistent and always trying to move the smaller one, it just makes the math a lot easier on you. So let's simplify. I have 14 I need to bring down. And then my negative 2x and my positive 2x cancel. On the right side, I have x plus 2x. That gives me 3x's. And I have my plus 29. Next step on my foldable is, do I have constants on both sides? And yes, I do. So I'm going to move the one that's on the same side as the variable. So my variable's on the right, so that means I'm going to move the plus 29 by doing the inverse, which is minus 29. All right, so 14 minus 29. I'm going to use my calculator. And I got negative 15. You are encouraged to use your calculator for this unit. The negative 29 and the positive 29 cancels, and I have a 3x I need to bring down. Last step is divide by the number that's with the variable, so divide by 3. And negative 15 divided by 3 is negative 5. How'd you do? All right, let's check it real fast. 14 minus 2 times negative 5. And on the right side, we'll have negative 5 plus 29. All right, so order of operations, or you can just use your calculator. Type 14 minus 2 times negative 5. That's 24. Use your calculator always, always, always. On the right, negative 5 plus 29 is also 24. So it checks out. We got it right. All right, next problem. D, last one. Here we go. Do we have any grouping symbols? No. Do we have any like terms that we can combine? Nothing on the left, nothing on the right. Do we have variables on both sides? Yes. So let's compare to see which one we want to move. We have a negative 9x and a negative 12x. Which one's less? The negative 12x is less. So we're going to do the opposite, which will be plus 12x. Now, again, if you chose to move the other one first, you're just working the problem a little bit different from me, and you would have gotten a negative value. And that's okay. So follow along with me. But if you miss it, you might want to go back and rewatch this and do it the way that I do by moving the smaller one. So let's simplify. Here we go. Okay, let me try this again. Negative 9x plus 12x is 3x. Bring down my plus 4. Negative 12x and positive 12x cancel out. I'm going to be left with a negative 11. I need to bring that down. Now, do I have constants on both sides? Yes. So I'm going to move the one that's on the side with the variable. So I'm going to move them plus 4 by subtracting 4. Plus 4 and minus 4 cancel. I'm left with 3x. And negative 11 minus 4 is negative 15. Last step is divide by 3. Divide by 3, and x equals negative 5. All right, for the check, we're going to have negative 9 times negative 5 plus 4. And we want to see if that's equal. I'm going to have to write the other one kind of down here a little bit. Negative 12 times negative 5 minus 11. So I'm going to plug this into my calculator. Negative 9 times negative 5 plus 4. So I got 49 for this one. And now I'm going to do the bottom, which is negative 12 times negative 5 minus 11. And that one I also got 49. So check mark, it does check out. All right, great job.